Go ahead.
talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is to ask everyone to please listen. In 2011, I was taken just the end of 10 to Texas. When I arrived there the next morning, I was very ill, had to go to the hospital. 8 days out of the hospital into a rest home. Stayed about 4 weeks, and it was stunk so bad I had to leave. Then I went home, and I was unable to walk because I had been kept incommunicado when I was in the retirement home or the rest home. I could not walk. I had to learn to walk all over again. My daughter was supposed to be my caregiver. However, I fell. She got angry at me, tried to break my arm, black and blue up to my elbow from my back of my hand. The police came to help her, pick me up, saw my arm, called senior services. They came, had me put in another retirement home for observation. She told them I was crazy, and she was giving me some very, very strong medicines that I was not prescribed to have. When I got to the home, they put me through all kinds of tests, found out that I was not crazy, that it was the meds, and they refused to give them to me. And I did find out that she was trying to kill me with those meds. When my children did not know where I was at, called a friend, and she notified my grandson. My grandson notified his mother, and my granddaughter and her husband came and got me, and I went with them. They came, got me at the rest home, took me to get my clothes in Cibolo, Texas. My daughter refused to give me my car, my dog, my jewelry, all my belongings. They were gone, she said. She even had my car transferred into her name, and she had given my teacup poodle away. I had nothing but a tiny box of clothes that I'd had with me at the rest home that I was in under police protection. I had a wristband on. I was unable to leave the home, and I was very happy to get away, but I was quite ill for a while, wound up 3 times at the hospital in Needles, California. When I got there, I also was kept one time 3 days, one time a day and a half, and the next time they gave me a shot and sent me home. One time they said it was my heart. The second time they decided that my blood sugar was a little high, and said I was having problems with having been mistreated. And but I went to visit my grandson in San Diego, went to the hospital, and they said that I was having some kind of a confusion with my thoughts, and I was very upset. My grandson is my daughter that was supposed to be my caregiver son, and he told him what the problem was, and I was told, he was told that I had problems of thinking about how I was treated and mistreated. I came back to California, tried to negotiate for my clothes with no success. I got nothing. I took away one thing that she moved out, my lift chair, a bedside potty, and a shower chair. That was it, and an old walker that had been my mother's, who had been dead for 15 years. That has left me. Now I am being taken away about $14,000 by the VA because she also stole my bank books, my credit cards, and everything, which she did mail back to me, cut up. The credit cards, part of them cut up, and the others were whole, but she had filled them full to the tune of about $25,000, and I was charged with that. Paid on them for a while, couldn't stand it anymore, got no more VA money, didn't know why. Finally found out when I'd been in needles about 4 months that the reason was that I had not filled out the proper work to get that money because it was for care, and all she had written. In April, I received a letter showing me what she put, and she put for my care $16,862, I believe, to come to the figures. And I had never seen any of it. She had stolen it all. In all, she probably lifted $200,000 from me, and now I live in a retirement home after coming and living for 8 or 9 months with my daughter, who is my granddaughter's mother that I was living with in Needles, California, lives in Crestwell, Oregon, and I am living in a retirement center in Eugene, Oregon. I hope to remain here, but it's not going to be possible if I do not get my VA thing. And they don't even talk to me. They're still referring me to Texas VA. So they're that far behind, and I have written them letter after letter, and the VA here has tried to work with them, and it's like working with a bunch of idiots. Thank you. I hope this does not ever happen to anyone else. However, I know myself, because I worked at a food box, there are many, many people. I have delivered food to those who have been abused. So I know that it's happening many, many times. Thank you for listening. Lavera Puchacz.